Hello everyone, Off-Grid Aaron here. It's January 23rd, 2022, Sunday afternoon, just barely. The sun shineth at noon. Very warm, very hot, very charging all my power banks well, so I can have all kinds of fun making videos and whatnot. I've been worrying for the last several months for so long about not having enough power because I didn't have the equipment that I have now. It's taken me a minute to get into gear, into more of a creative mode and less of a survival mode. I was really in full power survival mode for a while there. And if you didn't know it, it's difficult for human beings to create when they're in a state of fear. Turns out. Anyway. Not too much report. I did hear a very interesting interview this morning. Not sure who was speaking. It was on Al Jazeera, I think. Al Jazeera has a great news program on Sundays when the rest of the radio stations are playing whatever retarded religious nonsense or ridiculous liberal puff pieces, depending on which echo chamber you subscribe to. Al Jazeera is picking up the slack and actually had a lot of very interesting pieces, not the least of which was this is not as easy as it looks, walking and talking through this. I think I've lost my trail, which isn't really a trail, it's a hole. Anyway, what was I saying? Anywho, that interview with this British guy interviewing two other guys, and the interviewer was very clearly like posing questions that were meant to make cryptocurrency look bad. Just, that would point out different fallacies, whether it's it's not green enough, or it's has no intrinsic value, or basically everything he was coming up with is like something that should be seen as a big negative, a big stay away from Bitcoin sign. It's something that's intrinsically wrong with all fiat currency ever. It's like the US dollar has no intrinsic value. It's worth something because everybody believes it's worth something. That's all it takes. That's all it takes for something to be money. Like it's no more complicated than that. It's not a good thing, it's not a bad thing, it's just a thing. We call it money. Anyway, it's a big eye-opener. Ooh, and one of the big bombs they dropped, BlackRock. Remember I was talking about BlackRock the other day? Well, guess who has a huge stake in cryptocurrency mining? BlackRock. Currently, today, as we speak, as I speaketh to you, BlackRock is mining Bitcoin and not selling. Yeah. So if there was ever a sign that Bitcoin was going to go back up, that's it right there. You're welcome. Now, I've heard projections saying that if the price could drop as low as 17,000, I kind of feel like we're looking at the bottom right now. I don't know. I haven't looked at it in the last, 10, 15 minutes, but the last time I looked at it, it was about 35K, and it's been there for the last 24 hours or so. Original projections said 38. So naturally, it's going to go a little bit lower than that to mess with all the people who are leveraged. Anywho, it's going to go back up. And the general consensus is that when it goes back up this time, this will be when it hits 100K, and it will recede back again, but this time it won't drop below 50. So like these 30s are probably the new low. Next cycle, 50s will be the new low. 50s or 60s. And so on and so forth. So I don't know. We'll see what happens. I am not a licensed financial advisor. I'm just telling you things I've heard and read and seen and experienced. Yeah. But that's about it. That's really all I have to say. Everything else, Russia, Ukraine, China, Taiwan. Not really anything about China and Taiwan lately. China is pushing hard with this narrative. They are still, to this day, claiming that the coronavirus came from bats in their markets in Wuhan. Not the lab. Couldn't possibly have been the lab where they're literally creating coronaviruses. No, it didn't come from there. Total coincidence. Total coincidence. China, do you want us to think you're that stupid? Is that what you're looking for? Because that's all you will accomplish ever by sticking to this ridiculous idea that the coronavirus came from bats in your food markets. And why are you all eating bats? Are they good? I've never had bat. I'm a little curious. I like to try weird stuff. Well, things that we think are weird, at least. Americans have a pretty narrow idea of what should and should not be eaten, to be honest. I was listening to something else this morning, actually, that was talking about this replacement for flour in Africa. Something called a I don't remember. Apparently it's something comparable to like a banana, except that you don't eat the fruit of it. You can't eat the fruit of it. It's the root that's actually useful, that you can grind into a flour or eat as a porridge or things of this nature. Yeah, that's a little hike up that hill. Yeesh. Where was I? But yeah, so there's that. In other news in my life, fuck the rest of the world. There's really not anything terribly interesting going on. This market crash is really weird. I mean, I guess it's because the Fed said they were going to rein back in on interest prices or raise interest prices again. And I guess that's what makes the market crash every time they do that. There's some kind of major concern with that, with the Fed's quantitative easing policy and how it's been kind of working itself into a corner of can't really raise interest rates, can't really lower interest rates, because any movement in either direction causes a massive disaster. But the whole thing's gonna implode on itself eventually anyway. So, I mean, there's that, because just like the entire global economy depends on the US dollar. So, if that collapses, it could be problematic. There could be issues with that if it happens. But the good news is there's cryptocurrency and lots of other options. Not a big deal. I'm sure any other country out there would be more than happy to pick up the slack and have everybody base everything on their currency. It'll work itself out. They always make it out like it's some huge disaster. Oh, it's going to be the end of the world. Humans, I'm not the only human on this planet obsessed with the end of the world. Let me tell you something. But really not. There are... It seems like a great deal of people in media are very obsessed with it. We make movies about it all the time, write books about it all the time, write theses and preparedness manuals and survival classes, and we're all just like hell bent waiting for. We all love zombie apocalypse movies, and why? What are we expecting? Why are we expecting it? Is it just a system trying to keep us in a state of fear so we can't really think our way out of all the nonsense we're in? Because it wouldn't be that hard, honestly. if we weren't all just constantly afraid that the end of the world's coming at any moment. So we've got to constantly be hoarding and preparing and looking out for our immediate friends and family with no concern for the rest of the world, because fuck it, the end of the world could happen at any moment. I don't know. Seems like an incredibly convenient coinkydink, the powers that be. But it could just, be some sort of natural order. It could be, there's so many things it could be, and I don't know, and it annoys the crap out of me. I want to know. I need to know. I must know. So I'm going to find out. Powers that be like, no, you're not. You silly little man in the woods. Oh, that's so cute. Where are my dogs? I hate it when there's cars and I don't see my dogs. There's one dog. Where's the other dog? London, where did you go? Where is he? He's not chasing that car, so that's good. London, where are you? There he is. He's way up there. It's alright. Way the heck up there. No big whoop. Everything's fine. Fantastic. Excellent. Moving on. So, as I was saying. What was I saying? Oh, how we're obsessed with the end of the world. I mean, I was definitely programmed for it. But isn't anybody who's part of a religion, don't they all have some kind of like end of the world? Well, the Hindus don't. Oh, they probably do. Maybe I just wasn't paying attention. I don't remember them having an Armageddon or a version of Armageddon. I don't think the Jews really believe in Armageddon. Don't they though? Isn't that like what they're still waiting for the Messiah? I mean, the Christians, they're head over heels for that Jesus fellow, but the Jews were the ones who came up with the idea of a Messiah in the first place, that there was even going to be one. They simply disputed whether or not it was Jesus. They didn't think so. They nailed that dude to a cross or something. He wasn't actually even nailed to a cross, and he wasn't nailed to a stake either, supposedly. Now what they say I don't know, is that the Romans used to nail everybody to like X's. The Romans were nasty. I guess everybody is. They were, man. Oof. Remember Passion of the Christ? Yeah. I still get the heebie-jeebies thinking about that. Oh, God. I don't even want to think about it. Moving on. Religion. What a laugh. Do you know the Japanese are Shintoists? I did know that, but I forgot. The Chinese have something too. I want to look into that, find out exactly what it is they believe as far as religion goes, like, because they do have something. And they're definitely into like ancestor worship. I know that, big time. So yeah, I'm gonna look that up. What was that? There's some movie I want to watch. I haven't seen it yet. Don't Look Up, but it's supposed to be a comedy. Somebody's, I don't know, something somewhere was talking. It's not a new theory that like maybe the powers that be are like prepping us for like an alien invasion that's gonna happen one day. Like they know the aliens are coming and we're gonna have to fight them. So that's why all the constant conflict and war and movies about aliens coming and us having to fight them. Hey guys, come on, this way. London. I'm working on my website, or I need to work. That's what I'm gonna do after I'm done filming this and editing it and uploading it. At some point today, I am going to spend some more time working on my website because it's still all goofy and screwy and there's nothing really there, but kind of. I've been doing clips more and realizing I have a lot of different social media platforms that I'm working with. And it wouldn't be such a big deal if uploading everything wasn't such a big deal. It takes so long to upload stuff from out here on this crappy little hotspot. line I have, like I'm working with 3G speeds. I'm not even getting 4G. I mean, 3G is still, it's workable, but when you got video files that are a gig or more. So I'm not even like uploading the quality I'm capable of uploading. Like I got a 4K phone, um, and it looks really good, but the files are insanely huge. when I uh, when I render at that quality, it's unfortunate. Yeah, you're missing a lot of the high defness that I'm capable of giving you. One of these days, if I ever have some kind of income stream of any kind whatsoever, one of the first things I'll be getting is a proper internet connection, probably Google Fi or something like that. Uh, that and a van. Those are the first things on the agenda. A van to live in, drive in. I hear things in the woods. Anyway, she hit the road. On the road again. I just can't wait to get on the road again. Yeah, seriously though. I don't know what else to say. I'm kind of knackered and tired. Maybe I'll make a video, another one later. Probably tomorrow. Till then, peace out.